And U.S. Secretary of Education Miguel Cardona joins me now with more. Mr. Secretary, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your time. I think a question that a lot of people have is, what does this policy mean for current students or even those who are in high school now, maybe about to sign student loan papers, about to go to college? Does this apply to them?
It certainly does. Look, we were aiming not only to provide loan forgiveness to those who are struggling or those who are having a difficult time paying back loans, but we want to fix a broken system. The income-driven repayment program that we announced today will make sure that folks who are thinking about taking loans know that they're not going to be tethered to these loans for the rest of their life, that they only have to pay 5% of their discretionary income for these loans. So it's going to lower loan payments by half. For students, undergraduate students who are thinking about taking a loan. This is an impact that's going to last for generations. We're really proud of that.
And what about the vast number of Americans who have already paid off their loans, or those who maybe didn't go to college because they couldn't actually afford to take out loans? What does it mean for them?
You know, if we limit the number of defaults, everyone wins. It's good for our economy. But, you know, I come from a family of teachers and police officers who are paying tuition for their children. They're going to be able to breathe a little bit easier knowing that the tuition payments are not going to exceed what they can pay. So this is helping everyone. Everyone knows someone that's either saddled in debt or has to take on debt for children to study moving forward. So everyone wins in this.
But, Mr. Secretary, none of this really addresses the root cause of the problem, which is that a college education just costs way too much.
Right.
What are you doing as Secretary of Education to address that problem?
I'm most proud of that work. We're doing a lot. We've revamped the public service loan forgiveness program, meaning if you're a teacher, a nurse, a veteran, and you've provided payments for about 10 years and you're able to get your loans forgiven totally. We're increasing accountability to make sure that our colleges are providing a good return on investment so that we're not in the same hole 5 years from now.
But, Mr. Secretary, are you concerned that a policy like this one, $10,000 in forgiveness, kind of gives a signal to higher education institutions that it's okay to charge the amount that they are charging for students because this debt will just be forgiven?
Absolutely not. We've increased accountability in the higher education space. We revoked accreditation privileges for groups that are giving accreditation to schools that are taking advantage of students. We've shut down Corinthian, ITT. We're not done. We're going to make sure that the return on investment in higher education is there, and we're going to count on our higher education partners to work with us on that, and we're going to be watching, too. We're not afraid of naming and shaming institutions that are taking advantage of our students who are trying to make a life for themselves, or first-generation college students who are being sold a bill of goods and never being delivered on. We've taken this work very seriously to fix a broken system, to regain the Americans' trust in the loan servicing that we do, and in higher education in general. We have a responsibility to fix a broken system, and that's what we're doing.
And this specific loan forgiveness policy announced today, how is this being paid for?
Well, look, what we know is that in January, billions of dollars are going to funnel back into the economy because these loans are going to restart. And that's going to offset the expenses of these loan forgiveness. So it is an offset. Economists are saying this, and we're thrilled that it's going to get Americans back on their feet and moving forward. I talked to a teacher yesterday whose loans were forgiven, and it was about $16,000. And she told me she's so thrilled because now she can use that money to help her daughter go to college. It's helping everyday Americans who are trying to move forward, and we're pleased to announce this, and we're pleased to do this for the American people.
But the administration has been touting the Inflation Reduction Act that just passed Congress. Are you concerned that this will add to inflation, as some are saying?
No, as I said before, there's an offset, right? Anyone making over $125,000 will see no benefit. So this argument that, you know, people that are making good money are going to get their loans forgiven, that's not true. $125,000, if your salary is over that, you're not going to see any benefit from what we announced today. And then they're going to be repaying their loans starting in January, which will, again, add and help reduce those inflation worries that people have.
And, Mr. Secretary, is the president planning on going further? Because many in your party have said that this is a start, but not going far enough. They want the president to cancel student loan debt entirely. Is that something that he's considering?
Look, the president campaigned on $10,000 student debt. Today we're announcing $20,000 if you're Pell eligible, $10,000 for everyone else. We're restarting the loan payments, and we're announcing income-driven repayment, which is fixing a very broken system, in addition to the work that we've done to fix public service loan forgiveness so our public servants can get loan forgiveness. We've awarded over $32 billion. It's on our sites, $32 billion today in a year and a half. We want to make sure higher education is accessible to more people, and we're taking bold steps to do that.
But is there a plan to alleviate further debt?
Our plan right now is to administer what we announced today and to continue to improve income-driven repayment, public service loan forgiveness, so that the American people can have confidence that they can take out loans and continue with higher education. That's what people are asking for, and that's what they're going to get.
Mr. Secretary, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Take care.